Ali here at mindwavemeditation.com, and today we're going to talk about meditation. Why should you be meditating? Why is it so amazing? Why do people bang on about meditation? And how can you meditate? If you already meditate, how can you make meditation work better for you? How can you have a more enjoyable experience? Again, why is it so important? What are we doing it for? This is often something that gets missed, I find, when people are talking about meditation. Why we're doing it, why we're actually doing it. So join me in this video and we'll break it all down, make it really, really simple, and you can start meditating today so you can enjoy life better. Who doesn't want to enjoy life better? So I'll see you on the other side. Okay, let's go. Meditation. So when I was a wee little nipper going through school, I wasn't very bright, and I went down a year when I was 6 years old. I got electrocuted, actually. It's another story. But they said basically, Ali's a nice kid. He's a big old smiley little kid, but he's not quite working up here, so maybe he should go down a year, restart the year, and maybe he'll have a fighting chance in life. So I did that, and it made absolutely no difference. I was the bottom of that year as well, and really I probably should have gone down about 5 years. Anyway, this trauma built up, and as I went through school, I felt very inferior, very stupid. It's because I was. I can laugh, you can't, but I can. It really wasn't happening up here. And as I went through into my teenage years and then through my early 20s, it just kept on building and building and building on top of all of these traumatic events. So what happened then was I started to want to learn things and study things, and I was always interested in meditation and mindfulness and all these things years ago, but I didn't know how to study. I didn't know how people did study. I didn't know how people retained information. I didn't know how people used the words like retain. And my vocabulary was very small, my mindset was very narrow, and it's just the way my mind was. So I started meditating. I did this years ago, maybe when I was about 14, 15. I didn't know what I was doing. I just shut my eyes. And, nothing really made a massive difference, but I knew there was some value in it. I felt on a deep level that something good was happening. And as I went on and on and on, I tried all these different methods. And eventually I found a practice that really worked for me, and I tried it daily, and things just completely changed. My everything changed. My brain got more powerful. It got I could retain plenty of words, and I could study, I could remember things. I started to feel less fearful. I became more patient. I became happier. I became more compassionate. And I started to take life less seriously, but simultaneously pursuing life wholeheartedly. And this was baffling, so I really started to study it. I really started to get into what was going on here, and that became my journey into mind wave meditation. So I just want to talk to you about this real quick, and just to let you know that meditation doesn't have to be, we have to wear robes and have a bindi on our head, and there's no uniform. It's not religious. There's nothing to believe in unless you want to believe in stuff. It's not that. It's a very scientific practice. The athletes use it, politicians use it, and probably should use it more. The musicians, people of all walks of life use meditation. It's incredible, and I want to share with you why. So my story is just that I became, I was a stupid guy. I was stupid. I know we don't use the word stupid anymore because it's not allowed, but I'm using it for myself. I felt like I was a stupid person. You can't fix stupid. you can fix stupid, and you can do it by meditating. And what happens when you meditate is you learn to concentrate on one thing. So what we do is, if you're doing a breath meditation, there's all sorts of different meditations: breath meditation, mantra meditation, heart-based meditation, a walking meditation. So, well, let's do a walking meditation now. How about that? So we're going to now walk. Well, you're not. You're going to sit still, but I am. And what I want you to do is just breathe and concentrate on only your breath from now until I say stop. And what's going to happen is your mind is going to go all over the place. It's going to think about everything that you should be doing, want to be doing, food, stuff you got to do, things you've said. It's going to think about everything. And the whole point about meditation is that we learn to fail over and over again, and that's okay. So what I mean by that is we learn to breathe or use a mantra. Right now we're going to use a breath, and just stay on the path of breathing. So while your mind goes all over the place, bring it back to the breath and just observe the mind going all over the place. You know, we calm the mind, we quiet the mind, but we don't ever delete all the thoughts, because that's just impossible. But what we can do is still the mind and concentrate on one thing. So we do this because we learn the power of staying focused on one thing. This is a workout for your brain. It's like doing bicep curls. And if you go to the gym, you see these massive muscles that you get if you work out. Evidently not. But with the mind, you do see the progress. I used to be angry. I used to react really badly at things. Now I don't. I used to get really confused and overwhelmed for long periods of time. Now I don't. I used to be really fearful about stepping outside of the box or speaking my truth and, doing stuff like this. Now I'm not. And I can only equate this to practicing meditation daily. So let's try this now, to just concentrate on the breath. So what you do is just breathe, just hold all your attention on either your nose, the air going in and out, or the chest, or your stomach. Just choose now where it feels right for you. For me, I like the nose or the lower belly. So pick a spot, you can always change it later, and just breathe with me now while I walk, okay? So we're gonna breathe in. And close your eyes if you want to. Okay, so if you did that, you should feel a sense of calm. If you didn't, then you were just probably laughing at me doing it. But if you did it, your nervous system starts to relax. You turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. You relax instantly. And that's just a real simple meditation, just concentrating on the breath alone. So like I said, there's mantra-based meditations where you can go really, really deep. And there's walking meditations where I like to walk from one tree to another and just observe myself walking, not thinking about anything. And when the thoughts come in, a real great trick to do is just to say, thinking, 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 3 times, and just return to the breath. And this way, what you're doing is you're training yourself to be present, to be here and now, doing one thing and one thing only. So why? Why do we do that? What's the point of that? Well, if you're working away, doing your emails, and you've got all these notifications popping up, and you've got these noises going on in the background, there's maybe drilling outside or whatever, the mind goes, ping notification, ping, what's that noise? Ping over there, ping, thinking about this, thinking about the past and what you should have said, and thinking about the future and what might happen. It's just relentless. It's relentless. The mind is in a constant state of relentlessness. It's just swinging from branch to branch to branch to branch. And when you start to meditate and you start to concentrate on one thing, whether it's the breath or a mantra, then you start to train yourself to stay focused on what you're doing. So when you start to practice this, life starts to change accordingly. You know, you'll be doing your emails or whatever, and all these notifications will be popping off, and you will start to look at life in a different way, kind of like this, like observing yourself. Oh, look, what's Ali doing? Is he going to go and look at his phone? Is he going to think about the past or the future? Or is he just going to carry on doing what he's doing? And if you practice this over and over again, then you start to notice that you are getting stronger in the mind. So that aside, one of the most valuable things I've had from meditation is that I just stopped caring. Just stopped caring about things I don't need to care about. This sense of whatever is present in my life. Whatever. I'm still going to do the work. I'm still going to put the work in, the time in. I'm still going to put the effort in. I'm still going to pursue my dreams and my goals and my visions. Whatever. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatever. I'll do something. I'll keep on moving. I'm not going to stop moving and stop pushing and stop, I've got that drive. But the outcome, I was always thinking about the outcome. Oh, what's going to happen? Is it going to work? Whatever. Maybe so, maybe not. All of these Zen philosophies, Taoist philosophies, they all come to play. They're all very, very simple, and they all come back to this kind of just go with the flow. What will be, will be. And when you meditate, you tune into this stuff. You start to be in a situation where things are seemingly falling apart, or watching the news and it's horrific and it's horrendous and it's difficult and it's troubling, and instead of lashing out at the person on the TV and get, what are they talking about? They don't know what they're talking about, and we react. We can see that it is just what it is, and life is now, and yes, it's difficult a lot of the time. And sometimes it's really joyful, and we don't realize how joyful it is because we're so stuck in the past or the future or what's happening around us that we forget that, holy crap, there's nature, there's air on tap, and I can do the things that I love doing, and a million other things to be grateful for. Gratitude, always come back to gratitude when times are difficult. Gratitude for what you do have. So when you meditate, you tune back to the simplicities of life. You tune back to the basics of life and why life is amazing. So this practice is not just sitting down, shutting your eyes and trying to calm yourself. It's so much more. It helps you in so many different ways. I mean, there's something in the brain called the amygdala, which is the fear center, and this decreases when you meditate. It actually gets smaller. So I've done gigs for my band before and been confused that I wasn't getting ridiculously nervous. This fear center got smaller because I've been meditating. So that fear can get transmuted into excitement, which is way more enjoyable than fear. So for you, there'll be a million different reasons why meditation's amazing for you, and I want to hear about it. So let me know down below why meditation's so good for you. So just like I said, if you want a deeper practice, I can teach you. I'd love to teach you a deeper practice and get you hooked on this awesome new way of living. You know, it's so simple, it's so easy, and it's so enjoyable. And it's so beneficial in so many ways. You just have to Google the benefits of meditation and you can read, you know, so much information about how it really is beneficial for you spiritually, mentally, physically, in so many ways. So if you have a great practice already, remember that, you know, 5, 10, 20 minutes a day is incredible for you. And if you are busy, then you need to meditate more, because when you come back to your busy schedule, your busy life, it'll be that little bit less difficult, painful, and frustrating and overwhelming. So my intention with this video is for you to become happier, to have a more enjoyable life. So my teacher said there's 72 lots of 20 minutes that make up a day, 20, 20, 20, 20. And if you take 1 or 2 of those and devote them to yourself, then your life is going to change. So whatever you're working through, addiction, frustration, confusion, overwhelmment, hard times, you know, money problems, anything, whatever it is that you're working on or trying to work on, meditation is going to help you. And I've got some videos, some guided videos, if you want to check those out down below. And if you really want to create a great practice in your life that really serves you, really benefits you, and changes your life like it changed mine, then get in touch and we can meditate together over a Zoom call. It'll be wonderful. I'll make you laugh, that'll be guaranteed, and you will leave with a practice that will serve you for the rest of your life and just benefit you in so many ways that you can't even imagine, and I can't even begin to tell you. So I'll see you soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sending lots of love. Take care. Enjoy that meditation. Om.